afternoon, everybody. In this short video, I'd like to emphasize the fees and costs which I encounter over many years of trading at Interactive Brokers, primarily U.S. securities like stocks, stock options, futures, and future options. Now, in the headline, I used the term hidden. It might not be as appropriate since they're actually explained on their website. However, I'm sure they're often overlooked, and therefore I would like to emphasize them here one more time. So first of all, you have the monthly activity fee, which is explained here, and you have to generate at least $10 of commissions by trading each month. Now, this could vary if you, for instance, under 25, it's just $3. However, for the usual accounts, it's $10. So if you have monthly commissions of $6, you still have to pay $4. And keep in mind, this also applies for sub accounts. Secondly, if you're shorting stocks, always keep in mind that the fee rate, and if you're holding short positions for a long period of time, those fee rates could really eat up your returns. Now, this is an example of stocks with the highest current fee rate. Now, the fee rate, you could just add that column, for instance, on your watch list, and then you always know how high the fee rate is. Thirdly, I'd like to explain you the exposure fee, which is also very nicely explained on their website. So basically, IB calculates your account or portfolio risk, and if in all of their multiply scenarios, your losses could potentially succeed your account value, you'll be charged with that fee. So therefore, you always have to keep in mind your margin rate. And also keep in mind that these fees are charged every day, not every trading day, so they could also quickly add up. Now, they have a very nice chart where they actually show you the securities where this fee could potentially come into effect. In my experiences, they tend to occur mostly with futures, and they're usually future options. And if you're on the short side, and also the lower the delta is, the higher the chance. I haven't experienced it that much with ETFs. So I would like to show you where you could find that exposure fee in your account. Therefore, you have to press on Risk Navigator, go on Report, and then you could see Charged Exposure Fee. I think here you could find the overall exposure fee which you had to pay, and if you press on exposure fee, you see the current exposure fee you have, and in my example, it is 0. Now, let's get into the most important topic in my point of view, and this is interest. Now, you have to understand that if you're holding cash at Interactive Brokers over a certain amount, you'll be charged with interest. Now, on their website, they have very nicely depicted which interest you have to pay for every currency, and keep in mind that those rates can change over time. Now, if we want to take a look at euro, and for instance, we're holding more than 100,000 euros in cash, you'll be charged with approximately 1%. So, for instance, if we're having now 105,000 euros in cash, the 5,000 euros will be charged with interest with approximately 1%. Secondly, I want you to remember that always try to avoid negative cash balance, like in this example where I'm holding negative British pound amount. Now, in this example, for instance, it's not much, but if you're holding this for a certain period and also the amount is much higher, those interests could sum up quickly. So always try to avoid that. And another thing I would like to show you is, which I want to highlight with one of my sub-accounts. You always have to understand that at Interactive Brokers, you actually have two, if you're trading stocks and futures, you always have two accounts in your portfolio. One which is for the stocks, and another one which is for the futures. Those are called, in my example, UK securities and UK commodities. In the US, it might be US securities, or in India, something else. But you always have to make sure that the funds are always in positive territory. Now, in this example, if I, for instance, would trade another future position, like a future option position, I don't have the available funds, so I would get here into negative territory, and therefore I would also pay an interest. And if you want to switch between both of those accounts, you can do this under Account Management Home. So the last fee which I want to highlight in this video, and this only applies for future traders, and those are based on the pricing plan, which you can find at Account Settings in the Account Management Home. If you take a look, you can always choose between tiered or fixed. Now, if you want to trade stocks, always also options, always choose the tiered rate, since you can get a lot of rebates, which I've explained in one of my first videos. But for futures, I really want to emphasize stay with fixed. If you would switch to tiered, they also charge you an everyday interest, and this is only worth it if you're trading hundreds or thousands, I think, of future contracts a month, which won't apply, I think, to majority of traders who are watching this video. If you like that video, I would appreciate a like and a sub. And if you maybe know some other fees, costs, which I haven't mentioned in this video, feel free to share those in the comment section, and have a nice day. Bye.